Hi, my name is Jesse Norton, and I'll be explaining the project that me and my partner Maddox Ray created. The name of our project is Renewable World, and we will be explaining the purpose of this app. The purpose of this app is to suggest what is the right and the wrong things to recycle, such as the right things is such as things like bottles and cans and things like that. The reason why we chose this is because we've noticed that a lot of people do not recycle the wrong things, and it can cause bad problems when it comes to recycling machines and just make it harder for things to be recycled.
So the first function of the app is that when you click continue, you have the option to either sign into the app or register. So you can either choose to register with Apple or with Google. But for the sake of the demonstration, I'll choose to sign in as a guest. So the first thing you see when you open the app is the information tab, which explains what happens if you recycle the wrong thing, which is some things get contaminated and it messes with the recycling process for other items. The other tab is the recyclables, which gives off a list of items that are recyclable and items that you can't recycle. For example, items you can't recycle are plastic bags and film wrap, and items you can recycle is paper and cardboard. The last tab is the why we should recycle, which gives off 6 reasons on why recycling is important for the environment and the community. One of the biggest issues with recording this app was trying to incorporate the sign-in system with the accounts. One of our planned features was to add a carbon footprint tracker to the app, which would assist with the whole recycling process. But with that, I looked up multiple guides on how to add it. We worked on the design of the app for the sign-in page, but when it came to coding it, that was the biggest struggle. And even though I looked up some of those guides, there's a bunch of code in there that's supposed to be for that, but doesn't actually work because we couldn't figure it out. I had to go to various websites so I could allow being able to make your own account, but I still couldn't do it. So you're gonna see multiple code in the app that's for the sign-in feature, but actually doesn't work because we couldn't figure out how to incorporate it. During the making of the app, we learned a lot about recycling as a whole and why it's important in our community. So I'd say if we had the chance to make a 2.0, we would add the rest of the features that we planned, such as the map feature, which would show the user various places around their local location of recycling centers and recycling bins, and the scanner feature, which would scan the item using the user's camera and tell them if the item scanned is a recyclable item or not, while also giving a detailed explanation on why it is recyclable or not. And of course, the last feature we were planning to add was the account feature, which we unfortunately couldn't incorporate, which would give the user the chance to make their own account, which would track their carbon footprint through some questions about their daily life. But of course, we did add a feature that would let you sign in as a guest, so people who didn't want to make an account could still access the app.